Most people, whether managers or not, have the unfortunate experience of spending time and perhaps wasting resource in meetings which in the end achieve very little. So what are the chief causes of wasted time and resource in meetings? Well, perhaps three. Firstly is lack of focused preparation in advance of the meeting. Secondly, lack of control during the meeting. And thirdly, lack of specific agreed actions at the end of the meeting. I think the key thing is to prepare a useful and realistic agenda. Realistic means allocating a time slot to each agenda item. How long is it going to take the meeting to arrive at the appropriate conclusion for that item? And useful means writing a statement for each agenda item. So, for instance, instead of simply writing report of the Health and Safety Committee, you might write following the report of the Health and Safety Committee to agree and allocate actions to reduce the accident rate by 10% within the next 6 months. Well, a couple of things. I think, first of all, decide what your purpose is in being at the meeting. Why are you going there? What is it going to be important for you to learn or gain by attending the meeting? And/or what questions and contributions do you want to make at the meeting in order to support the meeting as a whole reaching the conclusions it needs to do? The second thing I think it's important to do is allocate time in your diary to study the agenda in advance and do that preparation. Controlling the content means sticking to the agenda, not drifting off or away from the point. And control of the contributions and behaviours means ensuring that any contribution you make or anyone else makes is constructive and keeping the meeting going forward towards the conclusions we want to get to. So whose responsibility is control? Is it the chairperson or is it the attendees? In reality, that responsibility is shared. In the past, people used to think that a meeting badly conducted was the fault of a weak chairperson. I don't actually buy that. I believe that as adults, we all share together the responsibility for making sure that our contributions are constructive and that we stay on track as regards the content. Failure to agree specific actions at the end may well mean that nothing much happens after the meeting, in which case the whole thing was a waste of time. So allocate time at the end of each agenda item to put those actions across and have them accepted by different individuals. It's important at the end of the meeting to make sure you have sufficient time to summarise the actions that have been agreed, along with the names of those who have accepted them. But if you can allocate actions at the end of each agenda item, it enables that item, if you like, to be tied up in red ribbon before you move on to the next item. There's quite a bit of thought then that goes into making a meeting effective, whether you're chairing or attending. A lot more than just turning up on the day. There are the three key points to remember, and we all share responsibility for all three of those. Firstly, effective, focused preparation. Secondly, control during the meeting, both of the content, stay on track, and of contributions and behaviours, stay constructive. And thirdly, the allocation and acceptance of specific agreed actions. Think of it like a rowing boat with an agreed destination, with the chairperson as the cox. Everyone has an oar, and it's down to all of us to get where we're supposed to be going.